What's up guys, my name's Steven, I work in admissions and I'm going to be your host for this video series on how to return to campus safely. In this video series, we're going to have different segments on academic life, student life, residential life, etc. And in this segment specifically, we have President Lori LaChance who will be talking about community expectations. Hey everyone, welcome to our community expectations video. I have Lori LaChance here, President Lori LaChance, one of my dearest friends at Thomas. I actually got to meet her my third day here when I was a student at Thomas College, and that was really important to me. So I'm glad I can be here a couple years later interviewing her about our safety and getting students back on campus. So Lori, how are you today?
I am well. Yeah. So good to see you.
Yeah, you too. How does it feel being back in your office on campus?
It's a little strange. It's very lonely. The campus is empty. We can't wait till everybody gets back.
I agree. Even just being down in the admissions office, we have a couple people, but that just doesn't feel right, you know? But it's very good to see you. So I'm going to ask you some questions, obviously, about campus safety and bringing our students back. But one of the big things I want to know is what made you decide to have students come back this fall? What was the ultimate factor?
In the spring, when we had to make the really tough decision to send everybody home for their own safety, I had committed to everybody that we would do everything we could to bring them back in as safe a manner as possible. And none of us knew exactly what the summer was going to bring, but throughout the summer we have worked tirelessly to figure out how we do it. And we've got a path, and you know, Thomas is such a personal environment. We flourish when we're together, and we know that we can provide the very best experience in this very special place. So we just made the commitment and found a path.
So absolutely, the campus, you know, our community, we flourish. We always come together in these tough times, and throughout even my history being here, I can give you plenty of examples on how we do that. But what makes you so confident that opening in the fall will be the right choice?
Well, we've been researching this for the last 2 to 3 months, and we've been meeting with the experts. We're following the science. We're reading everything that's being published. We've met with local hospitals. We've talked with their infectious disease experts. We've looked at the testing protocols that are being developed to do it safely. And what we've done is adopted every major recommendation of the CDC to ensure that we are keeping our environment as safe as possible. So I could give you examples. First of all, we're changing the way we're delivering our classes. We're de-densifying every single room. Even the bathrooms are going to have a limit. So every classroom has been de-densified in such a way to keep people safe, keeping that physical distance that's recommended so that you can safely participate in class. We've done that in common areas. We're changing dining to allow people to be spaced out. We're doing it every place possible that's indoors around this campus to make sure people are as safe as they can be. We've changed the protocols for cleaning. We are hiring 3 more janitors to help us. They will take care of high traffic areas. They will be cleaning the classrooms intermittently and many parts of our campus to ensure safety. We have committed to wearing masks once we figure out how to keep them on our face. Every time we're out in common areas, you'll be asked to wear a mask. Remembering that a mask is not about you so much, but respecting and protecting the people around you to ensure that if you do have anything, you don't pass it along. So it's out of respect and care for you. And that's at the very base of our community. We've always been a community that cares deeply about each other. Another thing we're doing that really I think will set us apart as a community is we have invested in a protocol of testing. And we will be testing every single member of our community every other week. So half of the community will be tested one week, the other half the next week. And what that's going to allow us to do is if the virus comes to our campus, we'll be able to isolate it right away. We'll be able to quarantine those who have been with the person that has the virus, and we'll be able to mitigate it from spreading across our community. And we're testing with such a frequency that we should be able to identify it immediately. So I think that's one of the biggest ways that we feel we can offer a safe environment.
I love that. That's perfect. I have a couple other questions off the script, so coming from the dome now. One of those is, say I'm a student that is coming back to campus and I haven't had access to a mask. Are there any ways I can get one from Thomas, or am I going to be directed to a store? How is that going to work?
We are going to provide every single person in our community 2 really awesome cloth Thomas branded masks. So everybody will get those. We also have on campus, we've purchased 50,000 disposable masks. And those are predominantly for our health workers, health and counseling, our custodial staff who needs to change them frequently, and for visitors to the campus who don't have them. So they're there for emergencies as well. I think one of the greatest things that we teach at the school, and that we have a chance to really teach very effectively right now, is resilience. And there are going to be hard times in life. There always are. Every one of us, many of our students come having overcome some kind of obstacle. This is just an obstacle. And you can take the obstacle and contract your bubble and live a very inward life, or you can find a way to embrace the situation as it is, stay safe, but find a path through it. A path that engages you, that stretches you, that leads to your imagination. And I think if we can model a way to embrace difficult times like this, we're going to prepare our students in a very unique and powerful way, because that's what life is. It's always throwing you something. So I'm excited about that. I take it as a personal challenge to figure it out.
I love it.
Right after I figure out my mask. I'm going to practice from now to September.
Yeah, there you go. Just gotta get the nose bridge piece
I got to
that
get
sticks
the
there.
nose pinched. I'm going to get crazy glue and put it right there.
Well, thank you, Lori, for allowing our paths to cross today and being a part of this interview for how our community is going to change into something safe and better going forward.
It was a pleasure. And I just have to say, we are so excited to have you back on campus. Can't wait to see you this fall.
For all of you out there watching, I hope this was a good, helpful way to understand how we're taking this very seriously and making our campus as safe as possible.